Dopamine runs the world. It dictates every decision you make from the moment you wake up. It's the brain chemical that makes you feel good after a big accomplishment, the reward that pushes us forward. But here's the problem. Most of us abuse it. We burn out our dopamine receptors just to make everyday life feel less painful. Scrolling on TikTok for hours, binging videos, eating junk, chasing quick hits of pleasure, and I didn't really fully realize how much this had been controlling me until I played Hollow Knight for 24 hours. This video is part story, my journey to finally beat the game, which was pretty rough for me given I don't play on controller anymore and this is my first platformer game ever, and part lesson about what the journey taught me along the way about dopamine, discipline, and delayed gratification. So buckle up, this is how Hollow Knight changed the way I think forever, and if you can make it to the end, it'll definitely be worth it, but if not, let it autoplay so I can pay my rent. So far, I'm loving the mechanics and the fact that there's literally no tutorial. Like I said, I've never watched anyone play this game, so... Oh, what? All right, we're good, we're chilling, In the first few minutes of playing the game, I already knew I was going to be hooked with how interesting the environment was and how all the mechanics are working. Everything felt beefy, crisp, and I already knew I was in for a treat. Given how fast-paced the world is and how much my brain is absolutely fried and runs on dopamine, the slow start to this game was definitely a unique approach for me personally. I come from a primarily FPS competitive gaming background, so playing an open world platformer with a really robust story was definitely a brand new experience for me. And to make it even more interesting, I was playing on controller, which I don't normally do because I'm an M&K player at heart. So after the little starting area, there is no actual tutorial. We just ended up in Dirtmouth where our adventure would begin, and I made sure to take my time talking to all the NPCs, getting my bearings, and taking my time with this early stage because I knew it would ramp up later on, and I wanted to make sure I had a legitimate playthrough. Alright. Forgotten Crossroads. Most people would go right, so we're gonna go left off the rip. Maybe I should go right. I mean, I like going the path less traveled, but I don't know, we'll see. Bro, who hurt bro? Why is he crying? Going left didn't really seem worth it, but we did meet the Grub Daddy, and we even saw one of his kids on the way back when we were exploring. However, we had no idea what this meant at this time. Dude, why are there so many things crying? What's up, buddy? Oh! I was gonna not murder you because you looked sad, but okay. I quickly learned that no matter how sad things are, basically every single thing in the world wants to murder you, so I took this knowledge with me forward and didn't trust anyone. We went murdering every single thing we saw and explored as much as humanly possible until we found this. Fun note before we continue here, the soundtrack of Hollow Knight is absolutely fantastic, so all the music in this video is directly from Hollow Knight, and I lined up the environments with the soundtrack so they match as much as possible. Up again. But I feel like a lot of the stuff's just like on the right, and they want you to keep going. Huh? Oh my lord, is this the boss? Or just like a... Oh my god. Okay. I got this now. Okay, let me just... I was not expecting that. I need to hold down my jump button. Alright, let's do this. Oh my god. There we go. Oh my... No, 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 no! I'm already dead? Oh my gosh. Bro, we're like barely any bit into the playthrough. Wow. Okay. That was a reality check and definitely a wake-up call that this was going to be a brutal playthrough. One of my first ever mini-bosses, who I later found out isn't even a mini-boss at all, absolutely clapped my cheeks, but I did learn that the bench is where you can rest and got some more lore from the Elder Bug, but then I was down back into the caves to exact my revenge and get cooking. So, I wonder, was that guy? Oh, who's this guy? Oh, you don't seem like a friendly fellow. What? I just got a lot of soul. Oh, wait, what? The boss is back. Was that my dead? That was my dead body. Okay. I can't run past them. Okay, noted. Alright. No! Oh, let's go, baby. Hell yeah. That felt, bro. I will say that feels incredible. What's up, buddy? Hey, friend. Ah. Nice. We freed our bro. I thought that was like an enemy soul trying to kill me, but that was actually just my souls. That's such a cool feature. Wow. I'm super excited, bro. This is like, I know this is just the beginning, but like that was such a cool experience already. After the first encounter, I got incredibly excited for the future because I knew there'd be much harder bosses that I had to overcome, which would be an amazing feeling, but also so much more to explore and all kinds of side quests I can get myself into. And through all this wandering and getting lost is when I found one of my favorite characters in the entire game with a legendary hum that every time I would hear in the future that would bring me immense joy and relief. Because it was mean I was safe and I could finally map a new area, but we didn't know that just yet. Hey, what's up, man? Hello. This character's name is Cornifer, and he is responsible for mapping all of Hollow Nest. If you hear that hum and follow it, you can actually purchase a map of the area he is in, which makes your life a million times easier. As much as I love getting lost with such a massive world, it's very overwhelming knowing you have no idea where you are, so a map really helps to ground you and figure out what the heck's going on. Also, don't worry about the webcam. Eventually, I do move that to the top right as I realized it was blocking too much of the gameplay, so just bear with me with that, and let's continue our journey. That guy, hey, he's throwing a bag though. What's up, dude? Oh, hey! I was trying to get the goo on me? Get out of here, nerd. Oh, he just melted. Okay. Hey, what's up, friend? Nice. One of the best parts about the game that brings me so much joy is freeing these little grubs, and it's a very big benefit when you end up getting lost and you find these little guys. I didn't realize they'd give us rewards later on. I was literally just very happy to set them free because the game did a really good job of making you feel for all the characters in the game with such a awesome atmosphere. Shortly after this, I then journeyed all around the area and I found this cool spot where I found my first extra bench outside of the one at spawn, and I realized that there'd be these things all around the world for me to spawn at in case I died, which was a very nice feeling. Whoa! False Knight? Well, looks like we found a boss. Right after this, I accidentally stumbled upon my first real boss fight against the False Knight, and I made a massive mistake while trying to take him down, which you can laugh at me for here in a sec. Hey, we got him. What? What? Bro, what? Since he was making noise and I was having fun hitting him, I thought he was taking damage in this state and I had to knock him a few more times before I could beat the boss. Sadly, I knocked him a total of about 4 different times and even died to him before I realized I had to hit him in the head to progress the boss fight any further, which is a massive blunder, but makes for a really funny moment. Oh, I have to hit his face? Bro. Oh, I just healed in the wrong time. Oh my god. What's happening? Oh my god, wow. We did it. Holy crap, bro. That was crazy. It was an incredible feeling to beat the boss, although I made a super silly mistake and it took way longer than needed. Some would argue that it actually took a little bit more skill since I knocked him like 8 to 10 times before I actually took him down because I didn't realize I had to hit him in the head because I thought he was taking damage. Super funny. A lot of people made fun of me on TikTok and YouTube shorts here, but hey, it actually genuinely happened and I'm okay with it. From there, we continued exploring, and we ended up unlocking a station for fast travel down the line, which is the first time seeing this, which was a very cool experience. Bro, what? What's up, dude? So I used the fast travel to go back to Dirtmouth to access the map area that was previously closed off, to talk to the nice lady and buy ourselves a compass so we could see ourselves on the map, which made exploring a lot easier, and we really were able to pick up the pace on our progression as a whole. Compass? Afterward, we dove back into Hollow Nest, exploring all over the place. We found this very peculiar parkour area, which I didn't think we could do at the time, but we will definitely be revisiting this later on in the video, so be sure to stick around for that as well. We also were continuing exploring and found another area we could not do, but we knew there was some way to unlock it, which helped encourage me to move forward, trying to figure out how I could progress this story. After we hit 2 dead ends, we wandered ourselves into the Daddy's Grub Chamber again, to where we realized we actually got rewarded for rescuing the green guys, which made me even happier because I would have happily done it for free. What's up, dude? Oh. Oh, so the dad's crying because his kids are missing, and all the little green guys we find are his kids. Shortly after this, we went exploring. We found a lot of dead ends and places that we could not go, but we also found some secret passageways that we could open up by hitting these little levers that we were able to find with our map and our compass. From here, we entered into a cave where an old man was waiting, but little did I know he was going to end up roofing us. What? Huh? Fortunately, I actually loved getting roofied there, and it helped us figure out a way forward to unblock some of those previous passageways we could not get to. This guy's a piece of work. So basically, he roofied me, and now he wants me to go attack someone. Oh! That is sick. Okay. After wandering through this maze of skulls and dead bodies, we wandered into a mini little area where we found the creature in question, who we had to use our new spell to take down with vigorous intent. It's a very interesting thought as I try to take down this annoying armadillo man blocking my way. This fight by no means was super epic, but it did allow me to use my brand new spell, and I knew as soon as I got rid of him that I could then unlock other parts of the map that were previously blocked off, which was my main motivation. I was not getting tons of dopamine in this fight, and it was honestly taking a little bit longer than I liked because I had to farm spirits off of little armadillos to charge up my spell to even use it. But one thing I've realized through playing this game that you can apply to life in general is not to try to crave the dopamine from the active moment, but crave the dopamine from the outcome. Instead of scrolling on TikTok as you watch a Netflix show and eat food at the exact same time, trying to jam that into your brain and then suffering to make an executive decision on actual work or tasks ahead of you, you should be focusing on the actual outcome. It's okay to be a little bit bored in the moment. Whoa, that's a lot of goodies. Think about how happy you will be when the task is completed, no matter how annoying, how monotonous or benign it may seem. But that is just one thing throughout this game that I kept getting over and over again, especially when I was doing difficult tasks where I kept dying and dying. I was not having fun dying, but I was having fun learning along the way. And I knew that if I could just make it to the end, just beat the boss, just beat the obstacle, just beat something, I would get that dopamine I needed from the end result. I'm almost done yapping, but I promise you're going to want to hear this. All this going on in the background is I beat that guy, I went to the shop, bought a bunch of stuff, and then I end up fighting another boss, but the boss is very easy. But basically what I've been doing recently is trying to do one thing at a time. When I'm eating, I'm eating. When I'm sleeping, I'm sleeping. I'm not trying to do all these multitasking things. I'm not like scrolling on my phone while watching Netflix and eating at the same time. I don't need that much dopamine. I do, but I'm forcing myself not to, and my work life and social life has drastically improved. Picture this, you're on work, then you go on your break, you're scrolling, you're looking at music, you're responding to messages, you're having a good time, shooting the crap, then boop, gotta go back to work. Now your dopamine threshold is way higher than typical, so you're not gonna enjoy what you're doing at work. If you had a much more boring break, you'd be like, oh sweet, I need to get off break so I actually go back to work. It's a slight twist, but it will change every single aspect of your life. Right now, everyone and their grandma is absolutely strung out on dopamine, and that's one of the reasons why Hollow Knight has negative reviews. I mean, from a game design standpoint, it's incredible. There's a ton of content. It's a very affordable price, but most of those negative reviews are people that lost interest in the early stages and just honestly got bored. and didn't think this game would amount to much and did not care about the end result, which is an absolute tragedy. It's very heartbreaking that so many people will not do things that they actually would be interested in because their dopamine receptors are shot or they're stressed out to the gills. They're always in fight or flight. They can't actually do anything. They're always craving dopamine and comfort in the instant moment and not thinking about the future. And that is a big thing that I saw with Hollow Knight. There were a lot of tasks that were painful to do or annoying that I didn't really want to do, but I continued because I knew it would be worth it in the end. And that's what I saw time and time again. And it has fundamentally made me change the way I think about literally everything from working to doing breaks. And I know it sounds silly that all this started from playing some indie games, but it genuinely happened. Playing slower type indie games and trying to appreciate the story has fundamentally changed who I am as a person, going from a cracked out competitive FPS player always looking for high octane action to now appreciating so much more, and my attention span has increased, my workflow has increased, and everything has improved. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's such an interesting revelation that I guarantee will help your life if you start applying it today, even if it's something small.
Alright, let's go check out this spot. What's up, brother? Oh, who's this freaky looking dude? What's up, freaky boy?
That freaky looking dude is Sly, who sells some of the best items in the game. I did not know this at this time, but as you'll see in a second, I had a one-way ticket to go meet him because of this death. Oh! Oh no! Bro, I fell. It was super inconvenient to die, but also very convenient because now I can check out Sly's shop and see what items I wanted before we went off on a new adventure.
The new vendor guy. Hey, here he is. Is he a weapon guy?
I made note of the items I wanted in my memory, and then I went on another adventure to where I found a green grub that I did not think I could reach because it was covered in metal spikes, but this is where I learned a brand new mechanic which would totally change the outcome of the rest of our adventures now that I knew it was even possible to do.
Ah, that's cool. That's incredibly cool. You can down slash the spikes to jump over them. That's dope. Ah! Well, we freed our little friend.
After we learned the new mechanic, I went exploring again, trying to find a way to continue this story, because I'd already taken out a few bosses, found a few vendors, and I knew there was somewhere we had to go that we had not been to before.
Oh yeah, this guy! We couldn't kill him last time because we didn't have the blasty thing. But now we should be able to get past him. Yes! New area! Let's go. See, I knew there was something! Oh no! Oh, that's awkward. Hey, we made it to Green Path! All we had to do was go to the same area like 4 times, and then go to the new area and beat up a guy that I totally forgot about. Let's go! We're learning!
That's another really interesting mechanic of Hollow Knight. A lot of the times you end up revisiting the same place over and over again, and when you upgrade into a new ability or you unlock a new mechanic, because you can then use that to progress in that area even further. It's a very interesting mechanic. I haven't seen it in a lot of other games, and I absolutely love it now that I understand what the heck is going on.
If I die, am I cooked? Oh, resting area. Ah! Babe! Hey! Dang, bro, I got negative riz. Shit. That's how it goes, dude. You get rejected, and then you get impaled by a freaking mosquito. After getting rejected by what I thought was my girlfriend, which I would later find out was definitely not, I found this man called Beastmaster, which essentially makes us have a hunter's journal that'll tell us all the different enemies we've killed, along with their attacks and other information like that. So that's just a cool little thing, and I continue to explore the area looking for new things to do. Ah! You don't seem very friendly, sir. You approach fearless. Are you a hunter like me?
Do you feel the urge inside? To stalk, to kill, to understand? Then take it. My journal. It will aid you at first. The text may seem difficult to discern, but a learned hunter will come to understand its words.
Bro. No way, no way I die, no way I died to that, no! Right after talking to the hunter, I left and then immediately died to a freaking mosquito, which I would later find was only the beginning, because then I was able to go back and find my new body. Then I went and entered a new area, and it ended up being very, very dark with a lot of hazards around where I died yet again. So I went back and struggled immensely to get my body back to get that money, where I took a ton of damage but somehow managed to live, only to find a whole new area, a great little place with a fog and jellyfish, and then die there as well. And then just continue to die over and over, ending up losing a lot of the geo I had found. Oh! You're fine. How are you supposed to dodge that? Oh my god, brother. No! Bro, my own body is killing me, dude. And then I ended up finding the banker, but only after I lost literally all of the money I could have put in the bank. Ironic. Banking services if needed. Losing one geo is a terrible thing. And it's so much more likely if you carry it on yourself. Wow. Never lost a single geo. Bruh. I just lost all my geo. And then we find a banker who can hold on to my geo so I don't lose it. And wouldn't you know it? It costs geo. After all that pain and suffering and unfortunate events, we found a dead end. We heard the map man, but we could not get over to him because we were blocked by this void door. Then we went over around and found a station in the other area, and we just kept on exploring from there. Then through exploring, we entered a whole new area, but didn't have a namesake just yet, so I wasn't sure where we were. And then we stumbled upon this man trapped by a boss, and I decided let's save him and see what we could do. Aw. Whoa! What's up, Nibbler? Oh, shit. Dog. I hit him, but I'm taking a lot of damage. There we go! Let's go! W! What do you think you're doing? You dare come between me and my prey that I habit to scurry about, getting in the way? I am Zot the Mighty, the Knight of the Great Renown. Cross me again, you'll find out what I call my weapon's Life Ender. Okay, so I saved his life and he's grumpy? Alright then, buddy. After saving him and getting no thanks, I continued exploring where I found these 3 knights and I duked it out with them so that somebody may finally appreciate me in the form of a cute little green friend. There we go. You're free, my friend. My pleasure, little homie. We already a few hours into the playthrough. We already died an absolute ton. We already lost all of our geo, so we was going pretty good overall. Just an immense amount of death, pain, and suffering, but we were exploring a great deal, and it was quite satisfying. We'd randomly beat an enemy or free a little green guy. There were also lots of secret entrances that you could expose by hitting walls. We found more lore and other stuff around the world, so I always kept my eye out for these, and this is when we wandered into who I thought was my girlfriend, and we fought her for the first time. Come no closer, ghost. Oh, so I guess we're not gonna be boinking, huh? On our first attempt, we did a pretty good job at learning her attacks, and we almost were able to beat her, but sadly, I choked in the end, and we had to come back and do it one more time. This game 100% rewards you to be patient. You want to take your time in these boss fights to learn as many of their attacks as possible and not just go in a swing in, because then you'll randomly get clapped by a mechanic you did not know was in the game just yet. So this further supported me into thinking a lot more methodically about my decisions and understanding, although I want to go all the time, sometimes you got to really think things through and invest into learning your enemies so you can take them down. I know this is obvious in a lot of different games, but for me personally, it was an interesting experience having to be so patient all the time and think more methodically without getting too pissed off, getting absolutely smoked by so many of the bosses in this game, which we will cover later on as the bosses get more and more difficult throughout this video. No! Thinking about healing too much, bro. Bro! I could have beat her. I could have beat her. but I kept healing. No, I gotta go all the way back. One of my least favorite mechanics about the game is sometimes when you die, there's not a bench nearby and you have to run all the way back. In some cases, taking multiple minutes, and you have to fight hazardous enemies along the way. And if you die, you lose all your geo. Plus, you're not getting as many souls because you are dead, which means your face is cracked, so you can't fill up that bar as much as you want in the top left. But although you're really pissed off and frustrated, you also were excited to apply the things you learned on your first attempt. So on the way there, I'm just thinking about my strategy the entire way as how I'm going to take down this boss as quickly as possible, which really allows for a lot of reflection. So although I dislike it in a lot of ways, in some cases it is helpful because then it forces you to think things through, which helps you be more successful in the boss fights like this. Right off the rip, I came back and had a flawless round until the point I staggered her, not taking any damage from her attacks, which made me instantly feel so much better about this fight. I'm gonna let this fight play out in the background at normal speed so y'all can really understand how long these fights are. Obviously, you play the game, you understand some of these boss fights can take a very, very long time, especially if your nail's not upgraded, you're not doing enough damage, you don't have the right spells, kit, etc. But as you can see, I improved significantly even for my first fight, which had me feeling good throughout this entire time, which is why it was so incredibly brutal when right at the end, after I staggered her like 3 times, I choked it and ended up losing. Which means not only did I waste all that time, I also had to go back to the bench and run all the way back just to fight her again. A truly brutal experience, but by far not the worst one of this video, so be sure to stick around until the end. But this just goes to show, like, this game, especially if you're new to platformers, is not an easy game. This is one of the first bosses, and it's not hard by any means compared to what I faced later on. But man, you really got to work for every single victory in this game, which is a very rewarding feeling, but you're not getting dopamine in the moment. You're just constantly getting crapped on 24/7 until you finally overcome it. No way. That hit me! Oh my gosh. Bro. We meet again. Give me my stuff back, baby. There we go. Now we rich. 777. It's a good omen, chat. We are going to beat this boss once and for all. This was a very long fight again. The stress was definitely up there, but I was very confident going in, especially with the 777 for good luck. Up to this point, nothing had felt as good as overcoming this obstacle. And the amount of dopamine you get after beating something that was a pain in the ass is truly incredible.
Yeah! Let's go!
Take in the Mothwing cloak. Press right trigger to dash forward. Use the cloak to dash quickly along the ground or through the air.
My sprinkler goes like this.
Would it seek to break the seals? They cannot be undone. They must be undone. Let us sleep, little shadows. Return to your darkness. Allow us our peace as text to speech ruins the epic moment. Oh, man. We did it. I told you 777 was a good omen. Let's go, baby. After this boss fight, we unlocked the dash, which made my life a million times easier. We also went back to the bank, opened up an account, found a new area, died a horrible death, but then went back to spawn to where we could pogo through that parkour to access that new area that we'd never seen before, which ended up leading into a boss fight. My first attempt was actually pretty good overall, but sadly we ended up dying. And then that means we spawned all the way back in the jungle, and I came back, and wouldn't you know it, we died again. I'm just gonna let myself do the talking, and you can see how I reacted to each one of these failures. Jesus, bro, this is so fucking hard. There goes all my souls. Fuck me, dog. Dude, I thought he was gonna jump. He faked the jump, chat. No! I understand the concept. I know what to do now, but he faked the jump. Ah! The usual punishment. No! We were so close! No! As you can tell by the new clothes, this was a brand new day. After hours of failing the previous night, I decided to start fresh. In our first attempt, we did not make it, but it went okay overall, and I was determined to succeed. One of the beauties of this game is constantly failing, but learning from your mistakes so you can finally overcome the obstacle. So long as you don't quit, you'll get over it. Same thing in life. You can apply this same logic to the gym. When you're going to the gym, it's not going to be fun at first, but once you start seeing those results and you feel that mood improve a few weeks in, then you realize it's worth it and you're going to fall in love with it and get addicted to it. That's why so many gym bros are determined to go to the gym no matter what, because it keeps your mind and body in shape. But honestly, I just get addicted to the dopamine of overcoming something hard for that day. Same thing in the gym. You're trying to put those muscles towards failure so they can come back and grow stronger. It doesn't matter how many reps you do or what weight it is, so long as you're going to failure. Yes, there's obviously more science beyond that, but that's the general TLDR. The more you fail, the stronger you get. And one of my favorite quotes that was playing in my head throughout this playthrough is from Tom Plates. Let me just put that on screen now.
Congratulations. You achieved failure. Failure has been achieved, thank God. Now, the only place to go from failure is to win. You have to achieve failure. You have to take it that far. Nobody wants to go that far. It's too scary. But you know something? I got news for you. That's where winning is. It always has been. Nothing's changed.
No! Ah! Did I beat him? Is he dead? I am the greatest! Yes! Ah, praise the Lord.
Are you sure about that?
It's a really weird paradox. This game actually made me happy sometimes when I die because I knew next time I came back I have a better chance of beating the boss. It's one of the few games where failing is actually encouraged. I know a lot of Dark Souls games are like this, but it was just a really unique experience, especially with the slower pace of the early game. Things are already picking up here as I'm finding new areas and getting new maps and getting new charms and upgrades. Obviously, you're getting dopamine for those small achievements. But nothing compares to struggling with a boss for 10, 20, 30 minutes, sometimes even an hour, and then finally overcoming it and winning. I don't even care what item I get half the time. Like in that fight, I got a mask, which helps upgrade me long term, which I was super happy about. But at the time, I didn't even care. I was just happy I beat the boss. You could have given me absolutely nothing, and I, as a player, felt so good about overcoming that absolute nonsense, freaking dying to the spikes, dying to the boss over and over again, that I was excited to go on. It creates a perpetual loop of dopamine, working really hard to improve, you finally get there, and then overcoming the obstacle. That's why this game is so addicting, and I'm very sad for the people that didn't make it this far into the video, or the people that didn't even play this game because they thought that that early game was only going to be slow, and they did not stick it out because they're truly missing out on a gaming masterpiece. That is Hollow Knight. And if people can get addicted to these achievements in game, why not real life? Why not work towards a goal that you're actually passionate about? Agree not to quit, accept that from failure you only can go to win from there, and feel that happiness when you actually build a better life for yourself. Just some food for thought. As you saw there, we found the new mushroom area, we got the map, and then we stumbled upon this mini boss here, which was a little bit interesting. Let's go up here. This looks new. I don't feel like I'm doing damage when I'm bouncing on their heads. Oh man, okay. Oh, and there's no benches. Son of a biscuit. I spent a few minutes bouncing around with the fungi, trying to figure out the best way to take them down. And although I died, I knew exactly what I was going to do when I came back, and I absolutely slapped them up. Oh shit. They're staggered! Oh, that was easy. Oh my gosh, wow, that was so easy. We wasted so much time. Ooh, 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 ooh. The first time I came here, I kept pogo bouncing on their heads like this. And I was like, why isn't it doing damage? Let's go! Wow, that was so much easier than I thought it was gonna be. Oh, we got a charm. A charm notch. Nice!
After we beat the fun guy, we got a new notch slot, which was fantastic because we then just found a new NPC called Leg Eater who had some pretty nice items, such as Fragile Strength, which I later learned once you die with it ends up getting broken. You have to go back and repair them, which is lame, but it's a pretty strong item overall. And then from there, we traveled through the mushroom area into a mantis area where we ended up unlocking the mantis claw, which allows us to do wall jumping.
What are you?
Hey, Mantis Claw! Let's go! Which opens up a whole lot of new areas because there were previous stuff I could not get to. So then I used that claw to unlock a new area with this bridge here, which ended up being an entirely new place called the City of Tears. And then I was able to go ahead and find a nail smith to upgrade my nail for the first ever time, which made it so I could finally do some more damage, which felt amazing. Yes. Oh, let's go!
Oh, that means it's like 2 to 3 times stronger than normal. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's go.
With my new upgraded nail, I started to explore the new area with all its elevators and city aspects to where I found Cornifer the Map Man.
Map Man, where are you? Yes! We found the Map Man! Yes, I would. Let's go.
As I explored more, I found a simple key which I would use later to unlock another area, and then I ran into a boss. Well, actually, not really. These are just normal monsters, and the guys that teleport all around the place are incredibly annoying, but they were preparing me for the real boss, which I would soon stumble upon, which was going to be a nightmare to defeat. The guy on screen here is technically a boss if you base it off the Pantheons, because it is in the game as a boss. He's definitely a little bit tricky, but I had to make sure I beat him before I could move on to better things.
Woo! That's how we do it, dog. Yes, sir!
Traversing through here was an absolute nightmare. There were lots of dead ends, secret doorways, elevators, all kinds of things trying to kill me. The teleporter guys were a major pain as well, but eventually we found the actual boss, and my first attempt went pretty good overall. So the boss on screen has a variety of attacks. First off, he'll throw projectiles from you after he teleports. He also will slam the ground as well to generate a shockwave you have to jump over. He'll also move while he has projectiles going around him. And he will also dash at you, which you have to jump and pogo over, amongst a few other things. It all went really good up until this moment at the end.
No. Dude, I had that too.
Come on! Bro, my first ever time fighting him, and I was so close! I was so close! As we learned from before, you have to reach complete and utter failure before you were able to win. This sucked, but I went back very confident. We actually did a fantastic job, as you can see on screen here, and I thought I had him beat, but little did I know it was about to get even worse.
Ooh, give me that boy! Let's go, baby! Yes, sir! Oh, is that not over? Okay. Okay. Can't touch him. Do I keep jumping too high? No! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Complete and utter failure. We had finally reached it. We thought that we had beaten the entire boss because of the new thing we unlocked and the animation, but we were wrong. We were ignorant to think that it was finally over. But with that new fuel of failure, we knew that I would go back and I would get this victory no matter what,
and I would learn from my mistakes and finally feel that amazing feeling when you overcome such shenanigans. Or at least we thought. The boss fight was going so good, but then we got to this point where I took too much damage. I was down to 1 mask, 1 HP. He could sneeze on me, and it'd be all over, and I have to do this all over again, wasting another 10 minutes beating him plus travel time, and that wasn't gonna happen, so we had to lock the fuck in.
Oh my god, please tell me he's dead. Is there another stage? Ah! We did it! Yes! Let's freaking go, dude. Woo! Oh. Oh my god, dude. That was exhausting, bro. That boss fight was intense, to say the least. It was definitely super exhausting emotionally and physically. I've been streaming for a long time. We spent a lot of time with that boss, and we were at 1 HP at the end there. Very stressful, but it was finally over, and I felt relieved. The new spell was sick. You use it to blast through floors, which got me thinking about way back at the earlier start of the game, where I found this area that I could not break into, so I thought of that previous, so we wanted to head up there. But before that happened, we found the merchant and sold a lot of our items to make a bunch of money. We also used the key to open up another area called the waterways, which is really cool, and then went back to the starting area to find Gigi, which was super pointless and very underwhelming at the time. But then we went to go use that spell on the area I remember from the start of the game to see if we could find another new area as well. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Oh, Crystal Peak. Oh, we don't have a map for this area. Uh-oh. My first time exploring Crystal Peaks was super interesting. There's a lot of hazardous things trying to kill you, but it was a really engaging environment across the board with a lot of fun stuff to explore and new mechanics as well. And while we were exploring, I found a sign for a bench, and I went to go say hi to the bench, where I accidentally stumbled upon a random boss fight. Oh, is this the boss? Bruh. I can't rest here. This is not good. It wasn't great, but honestly, it wasn't that hard to beat. I was just low HP and a little bit confused, so I did end up dying to him, but then I was able to come back and put him in his place. Ah! I could have beat him. I don't know what was going on. It's not that I was too locked in when I beat him to be recording, so I forgot to save that footage, because right after we beat him, we got a little bit of a buff, and then we went over to do a crazy parkour arena in the Crystal Peaks. Basically, there's a lot of platforms to pogo on, and a lot of things to not get hit by in order to unlock this super dash, as you can see on screen here, that allows me to charge up against a wall or a floor and launch myself through the area, which is really nice, because then I was able to unlock a bench and then see that I unlocked like 99% of the Crystal Peaks, and I was able to use this tech to reach previously unreachable areas in the other biomes I'd already unlocked. Woo! This is such a cool mechanic. Oh my goodness. Shall we made it through? Let's go! After this Crystal Peak W, I ended up exploring Queen's Station, which is where I found a mantis village where all the mantises were. I fully explored that and realized there was a lever somewhere that would unlock the gateway into the next area. So while I was looking for that, I stumbled upon this cool parkour area that I previously could not do because I didn't have the mantis claw like I do now. So I went through and I parkoured and I was able to win myself an extra mask. Just want to show this on screen because the Crystal Peak parkour was honestly way harder than this, but at least you get to see this one. And then after we got this mask, we decided to go down, find that lever to access the next layer of the mantis area to see if we can find ourselves another boss. I'm gonna die here. Yep. Whoever designed this is a cruel, cruel man. Let's go. Woo! Hey, we completed something. What happens now? Oh, we got an extra life. Let's go. After we got our extra life, I found another level down in the village that opened up a gateway into this mantis world. And this is where I assumed there'd be another boss fight. But little did I know, this would be one of my favorite boss fights of the entire game. Oh, shoot.
This looks like a boss fight. And I have no health. Oh, it wants me to challenge them. Right after this, I ended up dying to the mantis because I was too lazy to get any more HP, and I started this fight on 2 masks. It was really annoying to come back to this over and over every time I died, but keep in mind it's like half an hour of gameplay here, and you don't have to waste any of your time with that, so you're welcome. Anyways, we hopped into the mantis, and this is where we learned all their attacks on this attempt, and it's honestly a very satisfying boss to fight. Jeez, that goes quick. So as you already saw, the mantis has a variety of attacks. They have the dash and stab, they have jump in the air and slam down, and they also have these twirly spears that they throw. Sometimes they go high, sometimes they go low. And as you progress through the boss fight, you'll be fighting more than one mantis over time, and it gets real tricky, but it's a very coordinated dance, and they always do very similar attacks. So it's easy to read once you get the hang of it, and then it's incredibly satisfying from there. Bro. So of course we failed that attempt, but at least we're making it to the point where there were 2 different mantises, and then this is when I really had to lock in. It was a very stressful attempt. We were down to 1 mask for more than half of this, and just watch what happens as you start to coordinate and really lock in every single movement, dodging everything. I wanted to heal there, but there was still another one left. Are they all coming now? Wait, did we beat them? Huh? We beat them? Oh man! Dude, I thought there was gonna be like a 20th phase! After you beat the mantis boss, we unlock the area that leads to the deep nest, which is one of the endgame areas. It's spooky, it's dark, everything wants to kill you. It's an absolute maze and nightmare to deal with. So I decided to turn around and instead go back to the crystal area to see what else we could explore. We ended up going to one of the only places we had not explored yet, which led to some crazy parkour across the board. Lots of places to take damage. You had to be constantly jumping because the platforms are switching over all the time. And then it led us over here to this chamber where we were able to smoke our friend yet again and get a descending dark upgrade to our spell. That way we could do even more damage, which was fantastic. So now I got an upgraded spell, huh? After that, we decided to go back to the green area to see what else we could access now that we had our new spells in general, where we found one of the most annoying parkour spots of the entire run. I spent over 30 minutes dying over and over and over again, eventually lost all my geo, and was just trying to beat it. And here's exactly what that looks like. Where's my soul at? Oh, brother. Chat, we don't know where my soul's at, dude. It's somewhere over there. Oh, okay, we got the soul. Oh my god, wow. But what the heck is this? That's why, okay. Ah! Now what? Oh, 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 oh. Oh my god. Ah! What is this? So I struggled with that parkour for over half an hour just so I can meet this nail master who is now a retired artist. He did teach us a new heavy charge up attack, which is dope. However, we didn't really use that for the rest of the playthrough. So this entire thing, the only reason it felt so good was because of how much crap we had to go through to get here. That's about it. So even though the reward was not my favorite, I mean, hey, it felt amazing to overcome it because I was so close to giving up at the end of that stream. So all that pain and suffering was to learn that, huh? Oh, that's sick that I can like run around while I'm doing that, actually. Sick. All right, it might have been worth it. Sick.
After that, I hopped off for the night and I hopped on a few days later to explore the waterways, the area that I had not yet explored. We were able to buy the Luma lamp from the shop, which allows us to see in dark areas. After about 10 minutes of exploring, we found a bench, and we kept exploring even further until we found a very fun boss fight.
I got a bad feeling about this. Oh, brother, what? Brother, huh? Oh, no. Oh, this dude, I'm already fighting a boss, bro? Bro, what is this? Oh my lord, there's so much going on.
So much going on indeed. So with this boss, and as he goes underground and then pops out, you have to dodge it and or pogo on top of it. He'll also throw dung balls at you that bounce around like crazy, as he does as well, like a basketball. They're a little bit tricky to predict, but after a while, I was able to figure out exactly when he would throw them. And though it was difficult and we did die, I learned a lot and I was ready for round 2.
Hit your dookie, sir. Yo, chill, dog, chill. Oh my god, dude, these meatballs of Dookie need to go. We might be cooked here, bro. I don't have enough health right now. Dang, that bounce back is crazy. Oh, no! Oh, well, we got Dookie'd on, literally, bro. We literally got Dookie'd. We gotta go back. Run it back. No way, bro. I tried to hit it. No! We got one heart. No, bro. Oh, nah. Oh, I dashed into that. That's bad. There we go. Heal up. Come on, Doma. Bruh. Bro needs to die. He's gotta be close, dude. Come on, bro. There we go. Now we're cooking. There we go. Come on, bro. I choked that. Dude, how many times am I gonna have to hit this fool? There we go. Woo! Yes, sir.
The dung beetle.
That's how we do a chat. We beat the Dookie man.
After that boss fight, we ended up in a place called the Ancient Basin. We did a lot of exploring and we found a map of the area, which helped a lot. Shout out my boy Cornifer, still my favorite character of the entire series. One thing I want to note before we move on to our next adventure is this boss fight with the Dung Master that we fought was honestly a lot of fun. Part of it was due to the boss just always being goofy and bouncing around, but if you notice, as I was dying there, I was getting way less frustrated and I was able to laugh it off, and that has to do with the change in mindset. Once you understand the expectation of something, you can control your mindset a lot better, and the more difficult things I did in the game, when I came on to new ones that were hard, they were way less of a problem to overcome.
So as you improve your dopamine, your attention span, I promise you, the harder tasks will get so much better. So instead of fighting, constantly trying to get as much dopamine as possible in the instant moment, the more that you work on that delayed gratification and taking on those hard tasks that you know you can overcome and focusing on the outcome, the easier hard things become. And we saw that all throughout this playthrough. And speaking of hard, this next boss was super annoying. I didn't have to beat it to actually beat the game, but I was going to fight every single boss I found during this playthrough with no loopholes or nothing. And honestly, it was a pretty lame boss because I kept dying to it over and over again. I had to completely change my strategy once and for all. Here's what happened. So at the start of the boss fight, you can jump on its head, pogoing it constantly, and then it starts to spawn these little guys that'll keep knocking you off of your pogo, and then you get stuck down here in the bottom left like you see right here. That sucked, bro. I walked into that? No way. Dude, I'm just on defense the whole time. Oh my god, I got up there, then I fell off. This is such an annoying boss to fight. It is ridiculous. Oh my god, bro. We're cooked. This is ridiculous. Another reason this boss is super annoying, you can see that I'm pogoing it here, right here. That's how the start of every boss fight started, is every time I would die, I would have to go back to the bench and then run past all these enemies again to make it back here, which was eating up a lot of time. This took many attempts, and I kept trying similar strategies over and over again, which as you know will make you go insane. So I decided to switch things up completely, try to stay on one platform at the top, and then only use my spells to take down the enemy, and here's how that went. So the new strat was to stand on the top left platform, hit the little guys to charge up our spells, and then only use those to attack the boss after the initial pogoing. I cut out a couple minutes of me doing this because obviously it's boring. We did end up beating the boss, which I was very happy with because this took a very long time to beat, but it wasn't a satisfying way to win. And that's kind of the same thing in life. If you find a solution to the problem, but it's like a really lame solution, it's not going to feel as good, unlike the Mantis fight, which felt amazing. And now to save time, I'm going to condense about 30 minutes to an hour in about 30 seconds. We explored the waterways, found the map of the area, which felt super good. We then took the pal ore that we found and upgraded our nail so it does a lot more damage. From there, we did a lot more exploring. We found the Kingdom's Edge map, which is really cool area that we found. And then we launched ourselves across this way and almost got impaled by these spikes, but not even close. Not even close! We're way off course, though. Holy.
We're in the blackness of the cave.
Any second now, it's gonna be like, boss fight activated! Huh? This looks like a boss room, on God. Oh, shoot. Is it a boss room? Bro, get out of my boy! Dude, they're inside my boy. Uh-oh. Okay, it's a boss fight! Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Oh my gosh, he oozes the goozes, bro? Hey! You're like my cousin, bro. It's my cousin Ralph, chat. What's up, Ralph? It's not like you, Ralph. Dude, Ralph's mind controlled by the orange goo right now. What is happening? That's really... Oh, he's sleeping. Oh, we're still getting touched. Oh, no! Dude, this is such an easy fight if I wasn't a goober. No! Honestly, I think we could have beat him first try, dude, if I was a little bit smarter. I was so confuzzled, bro. Our first fight with the broken vessel actually went pretty good overall. We just weren't on the game and we sadly choked it. But then on the way back, we ended up dying, which honestly felt much worse. Bro, we got no health and no way to get our health back. We lost all our money. Oh. Shout out my man Tom Platts. I was already ready. I expected this failure to happen. We came back there, slapped him down real good. We already knew what we were doing. Last time we didn't make the same mistake when he entered his second phase, and that was an easy peasy W. Well, that was easy. Broken vessel got broken. Then from there, we had to do a little bit of exploring, but then we found the Monarch wings, which make literally every other aspect of this game so much better. Oh, dude, we got freaking wings. I'm a chicken wing now, dog.
From there, we explored the waterways under the City of Tears and then found ourselves near Kingdom's Edge. But first, we ended up into Isma's Grove, did a little bit of parkour, and then found this lovely item that makes us immune to acid, which unlocks even more of the map. Combine that with the Monarch Wings, and we were ready to explore.
Honestly, bro, I started sweating. I thought that was a boss fight. I mean, this is about to be probably gonna lead us to another boss fight. Where are we? Bro, we are so lost right now. It's crazy. Isma's Grove. What's this? Hey, I got Isma's Tear! Haha! Swim in acidic waters without taking any harm. Let's go! There we go. Now we can go in the lava. Ooh! I can swim in the acid. Oh, shoot. It literally led us to a place already. Cool. Let's go, dude. Hey, it's a green guy. Be free, my little buddy.
After that, we set out to explore, so we went up in the City of Tears and found ourselves in this kind of mini boss room where a bunch of enemies would attack us. It wasn't really a boss, but the reward afterward was definitely worth it.
Let's go, party people. Need a Tubbsy. Ooh, I was not expecting Tubbsy to do that. Hey-oh, another masterpiece. Let's go. Hey, what's this? Acquire 3 soul fragments. Nice. Ah, now I have a bigger, like, mana pool of souls.
We kept going upward from there and kept on exploring, and then we found Seer here, who wants us to collect essence so we can give him more stuff. We also got our hands on the Dreamweaver, which essentially makes our sword read people's thoughts, but also can interact with the dreamers. So we ran around the resting grounds looking for dreamers that we could interact with. We collected some essence.
Oh, that's what the heck this essence is, bro. I've seen this all over the map, and I was like, what the heck is it?
We also found where the dreamers were. This statue is talking about all 3 of the dreamers, and when we ended up leaving the resting grounds, all their locations will be revealed on the map. We got to go there in the actual hollow nest and kill these dreamers so that we continue the story and become the vessel, aka the Hollow Knight vessel. Before we left the resting grounds, I noticed this coffin was a little bit broken, so I decided to break it open, go inside. We found a massive chest full of lots of shmoney, and then we also found this lovely little charm here.
There's a whole lot of moaning going on. Ooh, fat rackaroonies. Ooh, little friend, you are free now. Ah! Soul Eater. That sounds fun.
When I left the resting ground, some interesting stuff started to happen in the crossroads as the infection began to spread, so let me explain why this is happening. Here's some lore for you. So basically the Radiant's influence is the source of the infection, and the Dreamers were placed to seal the Radiance within the Temple of the Black Egg at the start of the game. When I'm killing Dreamers and or after I first meet them, it's weakening that seal, which allows the Black Egg to spread the infection more. So when we went back to the Forgotten Crossroads, it's now the infected crossroads, unfortunately, and the infection is all throughout the area, making the enemies explosive, way more stuff wants to kill you, and blocking off other paths. So then I have to kill all of the Dreamers, and then go into the Black Egg to fight the final boss in order to seal it away forever, using myself as the replacement for the Hollow Knight to keep the infection from spreading. As you saw there, it's a lot more deadly, and I did end up dying, but fortunately I was able to go back up to the surface and then started buying some upgrades to get things going. Before we ended up taking a fun little detour to the Trial of Fools, which is a really cool part of the game. When you find the Trial of Fools, it's essentially a gladiator arena, and you can spend Geo to unlock each trial. So we did the first trial here, and the rewards can tend to be pretty good. You can get Pal Ore to upgrade your nail, you get charm slots, and a ton of Geo as well. All you gotta do is kill a bunch of annoying enemies over the course of a pretty long time to walk away with the prize.
Oh, dude, I keep messing up. Not good, chat. I gotta stop doing that. Do I keep messing up my pogos, dude? What am I doing?
After we took out the first couple of the knights, we then were able to go ahead and take out some of these roly-poly wiener boys, followed up by some lava bombers and some other annoying enemies, and then we got some Mother Grues, one of the first bosses in the game. There's 2 of them now, so we made light work of all those guys. I think we only died 1 time, and this was our 2nd attempt, and it was definitely worth it in the end.
Is that it? We got more.
Yeah!
Hey, yo! Don't mind if I do, brother. Sheesh, that took 800 years.
After dominating the Coliseum, I set out to take out my very first Dreamer. I had to take out all 3 in total to end up beating the game. My chat said this was the hardest Dreamer boss in the entire game, so I decided to go for them first, where you have to take out 6 of these freaking knights, 2 at a time, and man, oh man, was this painful. This took well over 30 plus minutes, and you'll just have to wait and see how this goes. So the way it works, they have a variety of attacks. They have the charge up roll, they also have multiple swings, and sometimes they'll be charging up and then jump in the air, and it's always 2 at a time. So as soon as you take out one, another one will spawn until you take out all 6 of them. So it's a very painful trial and error process, and as you can see here, I just kept dying and dying and dying again.
Dude, this is so fucking hard. No, I pressed the wrong button. That sucks.
No!
Shot, it was so winnable. Bro, I pressed B instead of X on the pogo. I could have pogoed on 2 HP and clutched up. We killed like 3 times, right?
One thing to know, I added a charm that makes me do damage when I'm near the enemy. Also, when I'm healing, I leave a big poison cloud, which helped a lot because I was still doing damage to the enemies even when I wasn't hitting them. And I just got way better with their movements overall. And check out how this went. As you saw, since this was like over 30 minutes into failing this boss, we got so good at it that we were able to take out the first knight before the second one even spawned. A lot of this was due to spamming that downward slam spell, which helped us a ton during this fight. So spamming that spell a lot more and not just focusing on nail damage definitely helped us here a ton. From here was a rinse and repeat. I kept trying to focus one knight at a time to get as much damage as possible until the very end where I was able to take out the final 2 like this.
Huh? Let's go! Oh, bro, I was so locked in, dude, that, whew. Give me something. Hollowness seal. And hella shmoney, baby. After we beat the knights, we ran around a little bit until we found the location where the next dreamer was, and all you have to do is just beat the crap out of them until they are finally dead. Get smoked, sucker.
We had a big sigh of relief because I had literally been fighting those knights for well over 30 minutes, if not an hour, with countless deaths. Countless deaths, pain, and suffering, and it felt so good to knock the first dreamer off the list.
Shiny.
Bruh.
Destroy Lyrian the Watcher! Sheesh, let's go, baby!
Let's go.
After that, I went to the infected crossroads where we accidentally stumbled upon this kind of mini boss encounter where you fight a bunch of these annoying mobs, and if you do, you end up unlocking a very rare seal in the game, which was just a really cool side mission that we accidentally did.
Glowing womb. So that was for a glowing womb. What is a glowing womb? Drains the soul out of its bearer and uses it to birth hatchlings. The hatchlings have no desire to eat or live and will sacrifice themselves to protect their parent. Interesting.
Then we kept exploring a little bit more. We found this very jollo fellow and then a secret tunnel that led to a secret spanking.
You should be spanking this man, dude. That's the guy up top. He's a massive worm. They added a secret tunnel just so we could go spank him. Freaky devs, dog.
Shortly after that, we ended up fighting Hornet yet again, but this time it was a little bit harder overall, and then she would also spawn these like little spiky things out of the air that you had to destroy so you wouldn't take damage from them, but all in all, it was very similar to the previous boss fight, and we dealt with it after about 2 tries.
Come on, little lady. Yeah. Dang, I just got a crazy combo on her. Oh my lord. Chat, that combo went crazy, bro. There we go. Now you're cooked, lady. Now you're cooked. That combo was so crazy, bro. So strong. Yeah. See, I told you she wanted me, bro. Told you, bro. Ooh. We have the king's brand. Yes. Hornet should recognize a new ruler. The kingdom's gates will open. I guess I just leave now. Oh, yeah. Oh no!
I'm stuck.
Hey, she saved me, dog. I told you, bro. Shawty, you know, she's playing hard to get it first, but, you know, I know she liked me.
We needed the King's Seal to unlock a spot in the Ancient Basin, which is that's exactly what we did, but not before we went to this fountain to give it some geo to see what we got.
I've already inspected you, but maybe. Relive something. Oh, drop all my geo? Let's do it. Now what? 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 Bro, we just got robbed by a fountain, dude. Yeah, I know, I gotta keep going down. I am aware, I just thought that maybe donating everything would give me something nice. Just got freaking robbed by a statue, dog.
Here we enter the abyss where there were all these shadows that were constantly attacking us until we activated the light here, which shined light all throughout the abyss, which allowed me to then travel through it to where we were able to find the shade wings, which make a massive difference.
We can't get over that. Dang. Huh? Oh! Shade cloak, let's go. Cloaked in shadow. Nice. That's sick.
After we unlocked this, we decided to go back up into the fog canyon because I knew the dreamer was somewhere around here. To make my life easier, I wanted to find a map, but sadly by the time I got to the map, I had no money because I died to an explosive jellyfish. But fortunately for us, in this game, sometimes when you get lost, that's when you find exactly what you're looking for.
But yeah, I need just a little bit of geo so that I can get out of here. Get that map going. Then we can figure out where the heck to go. Cause I know the dreamer's like somewhere in this region. I just don't really know which direction, so I'd rather get a map for it if we could. Oh. Huh? Did I find it? Bro, I think I found the spot we have to go to on accident while I was looking for... Okay. Haha. Chat, I think we found the spot we have to go to. That's so funny. I was literally like looking for... I was just trying to farm some geo so I can get a map of the area. But now I think we're good. I think we're gonna cook this up, Judah. Welcome to the live, homie. Huh? Whoa, that's a giant jellyfish. Oh, we're fighting a boss? As you can see, we activated the next Dreamer boss, Uma, which is the giant jellyfish on accident. And sadly, we did not talk to the NPC at the start, so I had no idea he was supposed to help me, and he was going to weaken it, and that's when I could actually land my attacks. But I didn't know this, so I'll just let you see how I reacted. I feel like I'm not doing any damage to this guy. I think I was supposed to talk to that guy, and I think he was going to say he's going to help me. How do I do damage to it? I don't understand. I'm assuming he, like... Ow. Okay, so we got cooked. I don't know how to do this damage, bro. Yo, baby. Making SpongeBob proud, bro. The way I'm about to clap this jellyfish's cheeks, brother. Uh-oh. After the first attempt, I figured out how it worked once I saw that I needed my friend to hit the jellyfish to get his defenses down, and from there it was pretty easy. Just run around and dodge all the electricity while landing attacks whenever he becomes vulnerable. Wow, I only can get 4 hits again, dude. 4 is kind of like the max I can get. Feels like. Oh, just keep moving, baby. Ooh, it's getting spicy with it. Eventually, this man will die. Oh, did we get him? Did we get him? Ayo! There we go, baby. Hey, not bad. Hey, yo. It's a bubble bath, baby. All right, now what? I'm assuming we got to go somewhere. To the right, maybe, and go down. Something glows within the tank. What's up, homie? Did she call you? Quincy was right here. Thomas remembers blank. I can't recall. Chamber teaches us safe hauling as a teacher willing. Became a seal upon enhancing. Can't recall what happening. She called me here to reverse the protection. I do it. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Sick. Hacha! Hey-oh! We here, baby. Yeah, sir. Yeah, give me that. Give me that, boy. Yeah. Ooh. Sick. That was so much easier than the last fight, bro, with all the freaking knights, dude. Oh my goodness. Destroy the Manam, the teacher. All right, time to go to the deep nest. Aha! Secret tunnel. Oh, spikes. After we took out the second Dreamer, I knew that the last one was somewhere inside the deep nest, and although we found the map from Cornifer super early on, it was so hard to figure out where to go. There were lots of secret passageways, and the entire thing was literally a maze. To make things worse, there were random enemies that would burrow underneath and pop out and attack you, and there were giant centipedes everywhere. Fortunately, eventually we found someone who looked a lot like us, like another vessel, and we were able to follow him, and he led us into our next boss fight, which was definitely incredibly interesting. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Hey, it's me. Or my friend, or my soul. Another version of myself in a different alternate dimension. And he's gone. Here's a really interesting thought I want you to chew on. Don't skip ahead here as we're exploring this maze. So for those of you who don't know, a lot of stuff you see on screen actually took 10 to 20 times longer than what you're actually seeing. Like, I was lost in the deep nest for 10 plus minutes until I got to this point. Beyond that, some of these boss fights took 5 to 10 minutes just to defeat at one time, and if I died a lot, I was spending 30 minutes to an hour just to overcome it, but it felt so good because of the hard failures that I experienced when I finally overcame it with that delayed gratification. If you were able to beat every boss your very first try, this game would suck. No one would play it, and you would not find it nearly as enjoyable, and you want to take that exact same principle
simple and apply it to your everyday life. There's a reason why trust fund babies and lottery winners tend to feel unfulfilled, because once you have literally everything and you have no purpose or journey that you want to travel on, there's nothing really to do. You always need to have something that you're working for, and you want to live in the present moment if you want to actually be happy. I understand sometimes it's super hard, but I don't care what your dream is. As long as you have some type of dream or some type of outcome you're working for and you're working towards it, I'd say you're winning in life. And honestly, a lot of life is like a video game. You can level up your character by working out. You can overcome small obstacles to increase your mental toughness, your critical thinking, etc., to then overcome better things. And a lot of people, their goal is to make it to the end game, where you can buy all the things that you want and live the life with the people you want, and then figure out what you want to do that brings you the most fulfillment, the most enjoyment, etc. And you're not going to get that in the instant moment, constantly chasing a dopamine high. And that's where so many people get stuck, so many people get complacent, trying to numb the pain instead of figuring out what they want to do and starting the journey today. Stop with the excuses, start today. Doesn't matter what it is or how stupid it seems. If you start today and start moving towards that, that is a massive W. The more I record this video as well, and the more I explain these thoughts to you guys, the better I understand them myself. Like, this video was not clickbait. Playing Hollow Knight genuinely changed the way I think forever. There were some other indie games before this as well that kind of opened up the door, but Hollow Knight was the one that sealed the deal for me and really has impacted the way I think moving forward. And that's why I'm trying my best to stop with all the excess dopamine that I don't need and really focus on my journey and goal and figure out what I want to do to better myself as a person and better humanity the best I can.
What the heck, brother? Hey, yo, chill! Chill, dog! Chill! Oh, this is Nosk. Okay. Jesus, bro. There's a freaking spider doing creepy stuff.
Initially, when I saw this boss, it was a little bit intimidating. I thought it was going to be a very difficult fight, but I quickly realized he only had a limited amount of attacks, and you could dodge most of them by hugging this little bottom part of the cliff. He'd run right over me, and then when he shot out lava, if I stayed close to him, he wouldn't really bother me. I just had to make sure that I wasn't being a goober, and when he would jump into the air and try to pounce on my head, that I'd keep on moving, and that's exactly what I started to do.
No, I needed... Bro. I thought I could heal there. I guess not. Guess not. Okay, and now we gotta figure out how the heck to get back there through this giant maze again. Ah! Oh, right above my head. That's crazy. No, and he came back the same direction. Come on. Whoa! He's a hip hopping. No! Not like this, bro. Not like this. Dude, this lava needs to stop. Dropping on my head, bruh. Come on, bro. Die. He's got to be close. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Woo, we got a nice triple heal off there. Love that, love that. Hit him with that a little bit. Oh! Did we get him? Did we get him? Woo! Yaza! Yaza! Oh, yeah. Let's go, chat. W. We got Pelor! Let's go! I genuinely thought after I fought Nos that it would access another area to the Dreamer, but I was mistaken. This boss fight had nothing to do with getting to the next Dreamer. So I'm back to the Fog Canyon looking for Cornifer again to try to finish off that map before we went and searched for the Dreamer again, but sadly this happened. No, bro, I swang up and that hit me? Oh my god, dude, this is so bad.
Then I got some even more bad news. So I went to the City of Tears in order to sell a bunch of stuff to one of the merchants. I made a ton of geo, well over 2,000, which is absolutely fantastic, selling some of the items and relics I had. That way I go upgrade my nail with that new pale ore I found. But sadly, by the time I made it to the nail master, I realized I needed 2 pale ore, not just 1, and my dreams had been officially crushed.
Hello, Mr. Nailman. I'm here. Hey, I appreciate that, Master. That's what we love to hear. You'll bring me 2 piles. Ooh. Wait, what? 2 pieces? 2? I need 2 pieces? Ah! Bro, I'm gonna crash out.
Because I needed 1 more piece of pal ore, my chat suggested that I go back and try to fight where the false knight was to fight the failed knight, which is the upgraded dream version of the boss. But I got absolutely smoked. I'm not going to show it here, but I literally spent 1 hour dying 20 plus times to this boss over and over again, and I only got to a second phase 1 singular time. It was absolutely brutal. Every single time he hit me, he'd do 2 masks, so I only get hit 3 times during this fight, and I had to knock him 3 other times, and I didn't have an upgraded nail or a good enough kit to take him down. I probably could have done this if I spent a couple more hours, but honestly, I was just over that. And after this, I gave up and decided to look for that next dream boss to finish this game. And the funny thing is, hours later, I ended up exploring the Crystal Peaks, and I found pal ore by simply doing a parkour set in an area I had not explored yet. So literally, this hour of pain and suffering was completely pointless, and then by the time I found the pal ore, I was already done with the bosses I needed to fight. So I literally never used the upgraded nail at any time in this video.
Oh my gosh, I got pal ore! Let's go! Bro! Chat, remember that time I asked about what's an easy way to get pal ore? And then we decided to fight an incredibly hard boss for the pal ore when we could have just done parkour at Crystal. That's crazy.
And now we're back where we left off. I just want to show that because it's really funny that I wasted so much time for no reason. So after I died of the boss a bunch, I went back to the Deep Nest, and this is where I found the Den of the Beast, trying to find the new Dreamer to finish up the game.
I'm stuck to the bench now. Ah, nah. Dude, they about to touch me, bro. Hey, what are they doing to me, bro? What's going on here? Alright. We're in the Beast's Den.
The Beast Den was incredibly annoying to deal with, and remember, I never got that pal ore until hours later, so my nail wasn't even upgraded at this point. There were all these annoying monsters that would block off entranceways, and there was no way to jump on top of them to deal damage, so you had to like bait them out into the open and kill them, and I died to this guy so many freaking times until I finally decided to dash right past him.
Oh, we're cooked, bro. I can't kill this guy. Pretty sure I can just dash right through him. I thought of that, but I really wanted to kill him. Whatever. Whatever, bro. Let's go, dude. Let's get this dreamer out of here, dude. There we go, baby! When in doubt, just ignore your problems and then suck off a dreamer. Let's do it. The funny thing is, Rogue, we destroyed Hair of the Beast. The best part about this, though, is we could have done this an hour and a half ago if I didn't try to fight that boss. Oh, it was such a cool boss, though. I'm not mad at the people that suggested it, bro. It looks so fun. Oh, it's my girlfriend, guys. It's my girlfriend. Yo, what's up, Shawty? Head towards the fated gate. I not have obstructed this happening, but it caused some pain to knowing stand idle. What? You might think me stern, but I'm not completely cold. We did not choose our mothers, or the circumstances into which we are born. Despite all the ills of this world, I'm thankful for the life she granted me. Lads, it's cooked. Turns out she's actually my half-sister this entire time. Same dad, but different moms. From there, we went back to the spawn point to go to the Temple of the Black Egg, where the Hollow Knight was located, to duke him out once and for all, and to take his place as the vessel in order to save Hollow Nest. Alright. We've beaten all the dreamers. What's up, homie? Oh, dude, we gotta go into that interdimensional. The intergalactic ussy, dog. That void dussy, dude. The dream ussy, you know what I'm saying? About to reverse birth it, baby. What's up, brother? Vessel, though bound, you shall know the state of the world. The hollow nest will be whole again. We're about to enter into the chamber. Gotta like free these chains or something, right? Oh. Here we go. Let's do this. What's up, freaky? This was it. Over 20 hours of gameplay later, it all led up to this very moment. Me duking out with the Hollow Knight, the final boss in the game. We took our time initially, taking everything we had learned, memorizing his attacks, and figuring out the best way to take him down. Come on, brother. You ain't as hollow as me, dog. I ain't got no emotion. I ain't got no Latinas in my life. Brother, what? Okay, well, we were cooking him, and then he started shooting stuff out the floor with lava. What is that? We go again. Taking way too much damage right now. Did a really bad job that run. Wow, so bad. I know I can do this, Rogue. I know, I believe in myself. Oh, dude, I just wanted to heal. Not the vibe, I guess. His leg stuck out. Huh? What? Oh, what? Why stabbing yourself, bro? My brother in Christ. What is happening? What is that?
Turns out that was the second stage of the boss fight. I honestly thought he was dead and it was going to be a legendary finishing scene, so I just dropped the ball there. But now I knew what to expect, so I went in with my newfound knowledge, and here's what happened.
Bro, canceled my heal too.
I knew the boss was slowly getting weaker and weaker, and I was only on a little bit of HP, but so long as I bought my time and healed through it, I'd eventually make it out. It was his last final moments, desperately trying to stay alive for as long as possible and prevent me from taking over, but there was nothing he could do so long as I stayed the course. This was well over 20 hours of adventure, pain, suffering, and overcoming obstacles to get to this point, and I was going to savor every moment of it.
Huh?
Ah!
He's dead! He's dead!
Come on, brother! Give it to me! Ah!
Am I taking his place? I became the vessel. Sealed away forever, I am the Hollow Knight.
The journey was finally over, and just in time for the new sequel, Silksong. This was an incredible journey across the way, and hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you did, hit that like, subscribe, and come check out my Twitch stream at Andy Slaps.